Welcome back to the Nova Frequency, a podcast where we get to think deeper and listen differently. This is not a podcast about teaching you what to think. It's a space for conversation that goes beyond the surface. Conversations people are often too afraid to have or too comfortable to question. My name is Nova. I want to start this episode differently. Not with a question, not with a statement, but with an apology. To every woman I have ever touched without asking. To every woman I've made uncomfortable, even if you didn't say it out loud. To every moment I thought was normal, but was actually wrong. I am sorry. I'm not saying this from a place of performance. I'm saying it from a place of understanding. Because for a long time, I didn't know better. And let's be honest, a lot of us grew up with a mindset, a dangerous one. The more she says no, the more she wants it. We heard it from friends, from older guys, from movies, from the streets, and we believed it. So what did we do? We pushed. You are talking to a girl and there is a moment, and instead of asking, you lean in and you kiss her. You're hugging, and instead of letting go, you hold tight, touch her somewhere you shouldn't. You call it confidence, you call it boldness, you call it making a move. But let's call it what it really is. It is a violation. Even if she smiles after, even if she doesn't complain, even if she goes along with it, that moment was never fully ours. And that is the part we don't want to admit. Because in our head, we think, she didn't stop me, she didn't say anything, she even responded. But let's ask a harder question. Did she want it, or did she just allow it? Because those two things are not the same. And this is where it gets even deeper. Because that same mindset, the more she says no, that's just a bad idea. That's where the problem starts. That's the foundation of something darker. Because if you believe no doesn't mean no, then what exactly does no mean to you? Let's take it further. There's a situation where a girl resists. You push. She says no again. You push again. Until she gets tired. Until she stops resisting. Until she gives in. And then it happens. In your mind, you tell yourself, oh, she agreed. But did she? Or did she just give up? Because giving up is not consent. And that's a conversation a whole lot of men are not ready to have. Including the version of me that existed before now. That version of me that didn't know better. That version of me that was ignorant. This is not me standing above anyone. This is me standing with you and saying we need to do better. Because that is how it starts. Not always violently, not always aggressively. Sometimes it starts with what we call small things. A touch, a kiss, a push. Things we normalized, things we joked about, things we were never corrected on. Until you really sit down and realize that those small things were never small to the person receiving them. So now, let me say this properly and clearly. To every woman who ever felt like she couldn't speak up, to every woman who froze, who smiled through discomfort, who went along with something she didn't fully understand, I am truly sorry. Not just for me, but for the culture that made it seem normal. And to every man listening to this is not an attack. This is a mirror. Because a whole lot of us have done something we didn't fully understand at the time. But now we know better. And knowing better comes with responsibility. So here is the real question. What are you going to do with that knowledge? Will you dismiss it? Or will you sit with it, reflect on it, and if necessary, apologize? Not publicly for validation, but privately for accountability. And moving forward, understand this clearly. Consent is not silence. Consent is not hesitation. Consent is not she didn't stop me. Consent is clear, very clear. Consent is willing. Consent is mutual. Anything else is not it. Maybe we didn't know before, but now we do. And maybe that is where the change begins. This has been the Nova Frequency. Remember, think deeper and listen differently.